everybody, my name is Ryan and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for joining me today. This is day 2 of 25 movies in 25 days. And today's movie, as you can tell from the title and the thumbnail, is Pride and Prejudice, the Keira Knightley version, baby. So, I have never seen this movie. Obviously, otherwise I wouldn't be watching it here, but I also, have I read the book? If I read the book, it was a super long time ago, like maybe beginning of high school, because I feel like I remember reading the book, but I also feel like I don't remember it at all, other than the fact that the main girl is Elizabeth Bennet and Mr. Darcy. Does that turn out to be her man, or is that like a different man who is not great? I don't remember. I guess we'll find out. So I do know that this is like, you know, back in the day, we got Lizzie Bennet, and I think she needs to like get married, maybe? Something like that. What even is the full story of Pride and Prejudice? I don't really know anything other than that it follows the Bennets. Primarily Elizabeth Bennet. So I guess I'll find out today what Pride and Prejudice is really about. But I definitely feel like I did read this a long time ago. One thing that you will have to learn when it comes to me is that I have a terrible memory. So that is a fun thing for me to deal with. I'm honestly just so excited to get into this, and I want to watch it right this minute. And seeing as I don't really know anything about this movie, what's the point in discussing it anymore? That's the way I see it. As always, the full movie reaction will be up on my Patreon. The link for that's down below. And without any further ado, let's just jump right into Pride and Prejudice. Let's go. I'm so excited, guys. This movie I've always wanted to watch because I know a lot of people like really love this version of it. Oh, every time I watch a movie, whoa, why was I saying a movie? Every time I watch a movie set like in these times, I'm always like, oh, the dresses are great. I'd love to go to a ball. Like, I just get so in the mood for that stuff. So I'm so excited to watch this right now. Pride and Prejudice. Oh, it looks so beautiful, doesn't it? On the birds chirping. It's a little bit bright. Holy crap. Holy crapola. There she is. Keira Knightley. Not Elizabeth Bennet, that's just Keira Knightley. Lydia Bennet, baby. I think I'm gonna have the hardest time like deciphering the sisters. If I'm gonna have a hard time with anything, I feel like that's what it's gonna be. What a cool looking dog.
My dear Mr. Bennet, have you heard? Netherfield Park is let at last. I want to know who has taken it.
But as you wish to tell me, my dear, I doubt I have any choice in the matter.
Does that mean somebody bought a property or something?
He's single. Who's single? Mr. Bingley, apparently. Tiresome, you know, he must marry one of them.
So that is his design in settling here.
That one girl, I don't know which sister it is.
Listen, Papa. At once.
This one, right?
There's no need.
He said you never listen, Papa. That actress is from Stepmom, one of my favorite movies of all time.
Mistake me, my dear. I have the highest respect for them. They've been my constant companions these 20 years.
Papa.
President Snow, what are you doing here?
Give my hearty consent to his marrying whichever of the girls he chooses.
So will he come to the ball tomorrow, Papa?
I believe so.
For a week. Oh, returning your bonnet. 2 weeks. I know. 2 weeks I'll do.
Who is that? She looks super familiar too. I'm also not great with actors and actresses' names, so That's a really famous person. I know that's a famous girl, and I don't know who it is. But I feel like I just saw her in something. I could also make it up because I have a bad memory. Oh my god, it's gonna drive me nuts. What is she from? I need to see what actress that is. And I'm gonna be so embarrassed right now, just so everyone's clear. Oh my god. Gone Girl, right? Yep. Yep. Amy Dunn. I was like, I know who that is.
One of these days, Lizzie, someone will catch your eye, and then you'll have to watch your tongue.
Who's Lydia? Which one is Lydia, darling? Oh, are these the new people that everyone wants to take a gander at?
And the person with the quizzical brow?
That is his good friend, Mr. Darcy.
He looks miserable, poor soul.
Miserable he may be, but poor he most certainly is not.
Tell me.
10,000 a year.
We gotta love Mr. Darcy already, the brooding gentleman.
Mr. Bingley, my eldest daughter, you know. Mrs. Bennet, Miss Jane Bennet, Elizabeth, and Miss Mary Bennet.
It is a pleasure.
What a treat he is.
Library at Netherfield, I've heard, is one of the finest in the country.
Yes, fills me with guilt. Not a very good reading, prefer being out of doors. Oh, yeah. I mean, I can read, of course.
Ah. What was her name? Jane?
He's dancing with Mr. Bingley.
Jane. Come on, Jane. Scoop up that man.
Will you dance, Mr. Darcy?
Not if I can help it. I've seen so many pretty girls in my life.
You are dancing with the only handsome girl in the room.
She is the most beautiful creature I have ever met. But her sister Elizabeth is very agreeable.
Perfectly tolerable, I dare say. Not handsome enough to tempt me.
Huh?
Enjoy her smiles, you're wasting your time with me.
That's rude.
Lizzie, if he liked you, you'd have to talk to him.
Precisely. As it is, I wouldn't dance with him for all of Derbyshire, let alone the miserable half.
Come on, Lizzie. He just looks like such a treat standing over there like that.
And Miss Lucas is a most amusing young woman.
Oh, yes, I adore her.
It is a pity she's not more handsome.
Mamma? But if it is only a vague inclination, I'm convinced one poor sonnet will kill it stone dead.
So what do you recommend to encourage affection?
Dancing. Barely tolerable.
Come on now. Yes, Lizzie. What a slay. What a baddie. Guys, I love her. I love her.
It's all good humour.
Handsome, conveniently rich.
You know perfectly well I do not believe marriage is driven by thoughts of money.
Only the deepest love will persuade me into matrimony, which is why I will end up an old maid. The world is good and agreeable in your eyes.
Not his friend. Oh, I still can't believe what he said about you.
Mr. Darcy.
Poor thing, it is a shame she's not more handsome. There's a spinster in the making and no mistake. The fourth with him is King.
How many children are there? 6? 6 girls?
A letter addressed to Miss Bennet, Mum, from Netherfield Ward.
Praise the Lord. You're saved.
Is Jane make haste?
It is from Caroline Bingley. She has invited me to dine with her. Her brother will be dining out.
Dining out?
Can I take the carriage?
Where? Let me see that.
It is too far to walk, Mamma.
Now she'll have to stay the night, exactly as I predicted.
Good grief, woman.
I don't think, Mamma, you can reasonably take credit for making it rain.
Oh no.
Returning home until I am better, but do not be alarmed. Excepting a sore throat, a fever, and a headache, there is nothing much wrong with me. This is ridiculous. I must get another fill at once.
Yeah, she's going to see her. Oh, she looks so beautiful. Oh, okay.
Did you walk here? I did. I'm so sorry. How is my sister?
She's upstairs.
My goodness, did you see her hem? 6 inches deep in mud.
Sorry, not a pleasure that she's ill, of course not. It's a pleasure that she's here, being ill.
Mm-hmm. Oh, guys, he seems sweet. Oh my god, look at that pig. Holy crap.
It's all going according to plan. He's half in love with her already.
Who is blasted?
Mr. Bingley. And he doesn't mind a bit that she hasn't a penny.
Oh.
I cannot boast of knowing more than half a dozen women in all my acquaintance that are truly accomplished.
Nor I, to be sure.
Goodness, you must comprehend a great deal in the idea.
Absolutely. She must have a thorough knowledge of music, singing, drawing, dancing, and the modern languages to deserve the word.
And of course she must improve her mind by extensive reading.
I'm no longer surprised at your knowing only 6 accomplished women. I rather want to know at your knowing any. It would certainly be a fearsome thing to behold. All kind of accomplishment, I suppose.
Will you not join us, Mr. Darcy?
They're just doing a lap around the room? What is that?
And would you consider pride a fault or a virtue?
That I couldn't say.
Because we're doing our best to find a fault in you.
Maybe it's that I find it hard to forgive the follies and vices of others, or their offences against me. My good opinion once lost is lost forever.
Oh dear, I cannot tease you about that. What a shame, for I dearly love to laugh.
What an excellent room you have, sir.
I like the one in the dark clothes.
Even if society is a little less varied than in town.
Less varied? Not at all. We dine with 4 and 20 families of all shapes and sizes.
When your sister is recovered, you shall name the day.
I think a ball is a perfectly irrational way to gain new acquaintance. Thank you for your stimulating company. It has been most instructive. Not at all. Pleasure is all mine.
Mary is a whole mood. Look at her.
Mr. Collins at your service.
Whoa, did I just miss her dad passing away?
Superbly featured room, and what excellent boiled potatoes.
Their dad? Did I
Many years since I've had such
Okay, no, he's still there. Okay, I was like, excuse me?
superior graces of elevated rank. These are the kind of little delicate compliments which are always acceptable to the ladies, and which I conceive myself.
Believe me, no one would suspect your manners to be rehearsed.
After dinner, I thought I might read to you all for an hour or two. I have with me Fordyce's sermons.
I don't think we need to do that at all.
And that the eldest Miss Bennet is very soon to be engaged.
Engaged?
But Miss Lizzie, next to her in both age and beauty, would make anyone an excellent partner.
Not Elizabeth. Please God, no.
Very agreeable alternative.
Poor Elizabeth.
To despair at the entire sex.
Yours, I believe.
Oh, Mr. Wickham, how perfect you are.
Picked up my handkerchief too. Did you drop yours on purpose?
I'm of next to no importance, so it's easily done.
See? Lend me some money.
You already owe me a fortune, Liddy.
Allow me to oblige.
Oh, no, Mr. Wickham, please. Pity the French. What are they talking about?
do
What
I.
do you mean?
I don't know.
Oh God, he's walking with them.
Be sure to invite Mr. Wickham. He is a credit to his profession.
Lydia, you can't invite...
Of course, you must come, Mr. Wickham.
Oh no.
Do you plan to go to the Netherfield ball then, Mr. Wickham?
Man is butt hurt over her walking and talking to him.
Indeed, I've been connected with his family since infancy.
Be surprised,
Okay.
Miss Elizabeth. Especially given our cold greeting this afternoon. We grew up together, Darcy and I. His father treated me like a second son. Loved me like a son.
So they're really close.
His father bequeathed me the rectory in his estate. He knew I had my heart set on joining the church. He ignored his wishes and gave the living to another man.
But why?
Jealousy.
Oh, Jane, do you never think ill of anybody?
Well, how could Mr. Darcy do such a thing?
They look beautiful.
Mr. Bingley at the ball this
Is it a
evening.
white
If it
party?
is not true, let Mr. Darcy contradict it himself.
Oh, she looks so pretty.
Always doing what's best for her family.
Oh God.
Mr. Wickham is not here. Apparently he's been detained.
Detained where? He must be here.
Perhaps you will do me the honour, Miss Elizabeth.
Oh. I did not think you danced, Mr. Collins.
Oh God. Oh God. She's trying not to laugh at him. That's not a good start. Oh my God. Look at him. No way. No way. Why is he looking at her like that?
It is my intention, if I may be so bold, to remain close to you throughout the evening.
Oh God, no.
May I have the next dance, Miss Elizabeth?
Did I just agree to dance with Mr. Darcy?
I dare say you will find him very amiable, is he?
It would be most inconvenient since I've sworn to loathe him for all eternity.
Oh my God.
I love this dance.
Indeed, most invigorating.
I talked about the dance. Now you ought to remark on the size of the room or the number of couples. Perhaps by and by I may observe that private balls are much pleasanter than public ones.
Are these capable of retaining them as less so?
He's been so unfortunate as to lose your friendship. And I dare say that is an irreversible event.
It is. To ask such a question.
To make out your character, Mr. Darcy.
And what have you discovered?
Very little. I hear such different accounts of you as puzzle me exceedingly.
Guys, so hard. They're so close. Oh my God, it's just them. I mean, obviously this is like in their head, I think. So.
Mr. Darcy.
Oh my God.
What interesting relatives you have, Miss Elizabeth.
Oh my God, hide from him, Lizzie, hide.
Beautiful grey. Of course, Caroline's a much better rider than I am. Of course.
I think he likes her very much.
But does she like him? There are few of us who are secure enough to be really in love without proper encouragement. Enormously. But might not do more if she does not help him on.
But she's just shy and modest.
Their mom is something else.
Mrs. Bennet, I was hoping, if it would not trouble you, that I might solicit a private audience with Miss Elizabeth in the course of...
Don't wait, please. I beg you, Mr. Collins can have nothing to say to me that anybody need not hear.
No nonsense, Lizzie. I desire you will stay where you are.
Jane. Jane.
Oh, Lizzie. This poor girl.
Nothing remains but for me to assure you in the most animated language of the violence of my affections.
Mr. Collins.
And that no reproach on the subject of fortune will cross my lips once we're married.
I am honoured by your proposal, but I regret that I must decline it.
Too easy.
Mr. Collins, I am perfectly serious. You could not make me happy, and I'm convinced I'm the last woman in the world who could make you happy.
Oh my God. This poor girl.
You must come and make Lizzie marry Mr. Collins. Mr. Collins has proposed to Lizzie, but she vows she will not. Well, come and talk to her.
No, that's her choice.
Your mother insists. on you marrying Mr. Collins.
Yes, I shall never see her again.
Lizzie, from this day onward, one of your parents.
Who will maintain you when your father is dead?
Your mother will never see you again if you do not marry Mr. Collins. And I will never see you again if you do.
Mr. Bennet.
Heck yes. Yes, Mr. Bennet. What a sleigh.
What's the matter?
Oh no. Is that a letter that they were leaving? That's the vibes I get. Yep.
So much so, I must hope to hereafter call her my sister. Is that not clear enough?
Caroline sees that her brother is in love with you and is taking him up to persuade him otherwise.
Go to our aunt and uncle's in London.
Let it be known you are there, and I am sure he will come to you.
What about Mr. Wickham? Well, he's a pleasant fellow, and he'd do the job credibly.
Father?
And you have an affectionate mother.
Oh, I like Mr. Bennet. What a good guy. Thank God he wasn't like, you have to marry him.
I've come here to tell you the news.
Uh-oh.
Mr. Collins and I are engaged.
Engaged?
Yes. Oh, for heaven's sake, Lizzie, don't look at me like that. I'm 27 years old. I've no money and no prospects. I'm already a burden to my parents.
That's me.
And I'm frightened.
I am frightened.
So don't judge me, Lizzie. Don't you dare judge me.
Oh, come on, Charlotte. That was her name, right? I need to get that on a cake for my birthday in May when I turn 27. I'm 27 with no prospects. That's so funny. That's so funny. So funny, so funny.
My wife encourages me to spend as much time in the garden as possible. We've received an invitation to visit Rosings this evening from Lady Catherine de Bourgh.
How wonderful.
Do not make yourself uneasy, my dear cousin, about your apparel.
Just put on whatever you've brought that's best.
Whoa.
Mr. Darcy? What are you doing
What's
here?
he doing here? Yeah.
I trust
Okay.
your family is in good health, Miss Elizabeth.
They are, thank you.
Your mother must have been quite a slave to your education.
Not at all, Lady Catherine.
Lady Catherine is disturbed.
I think it would be very hard on younger sisters not to have their share of amusement because the elder is still unmarried. It would hardly encourage sisterly affection.
Upon my word, you give your opinion very decidedly for so young a person.
Good for her.
How does Georgiana get along, Darcy?
She plays very well.
Wait, she's not bad.
Well enough acquainted with you, Miss Elizabeth, to know that I cannot alarm you even should I wish it.
Fair.
Even though gentlemen were scarce and there was more than one young lady sitting down without a partner.
I knew nobody beyond my own party.
Oh, and nobody can be introduced in a ballroom.
Of conversing easily with people I have never met before.
Perhaps you should take your aunt's advice and practice.
Come on, Elizabeth. I love that she just gives it to him. She doesn't even care.
Mr. Darcy?
Excuse me?
I'm afraid Mr. and Mrs. Collins have gone on business to the village.
Hello?
Shall I call for some tea?
No, thank you.
Are you okay, my guy?
Good day, Miss Elizabeth. It's been a pleasure.
Has it? She's like, there is something wrong with this man.
What on earth have you done to poor Mr. Darcy?
I have no idea.
He recently came to the rescue of one of his friends just in time.
What happened?
He saved the man from an imprudent marriage.
Who was the man?
His closest friend, Charles Bingley. I think it was a family that was considered unsuitable.
I mean, it was the sister. It wasn't him.
Miss Elizabeth.
Oh my god.
I came to Rosings with a single object of seeing you. I had to see you. I fought against my better judgment, my family's expectation, leave them aside and ask you to end my agony.
I don't understand.
I love you. Most ardently. Please do me the honor of accepting my hand.
Huh? I mean, you guys
No.
Are you rejecting me?
I'm sure that the feelings which, as you've told me, have hindered your regard will help you in overcoming it. Do you think that anything might tempt me to accept the man who has ruined, perhaps forever, the happiness of a most beloved sister? Do you deny it, Mr. Darcy? Different.
I watched them most carefully and realized his attachment was deeper than hers.
That's because she's shy.
Bingley, too, is modest and was persuaded she didn't feel strongly
Because
for
you...
his own good.
My sister hardly shows her true feelings to me.
Take that.
How, sir?
It was the lack of propriety shown by your mother, your 3 younger sisters, even on occasion your father.
Yikes.
Arrogance and conceit, your selfish disdain for the feelings of others made me realize that you were the last man in the world I could ever be prevailed upon to marry.
Come on now, Elizabeth. Woo woo. Give it to him straight. Oh my god. Oh my god, are they about to? Oh. I thought for a minute he was just gonna go in there and kiss her. Which would have been, like, a choice. But it looked like he wanted to. It looked like she wanted to as well. So there's that. There's that. I can't believe they barely, like, this was her just finding out that he was interested in her and he was proposing. Like, imagine the shock that that poor girl had to have felt with him being like, I love you and marry me. I'd be like, pump the brakes on that for a minute. God, is this Darcy? Creeping in here in the dark?
I came to leave you this. But if I may, I will address the 2 offences you have laid against me. Demanded the value of the living which he was given, and which he gambled away within weeks.
Wow.
At which point he declared passionate love for my sister, whom he tried to persuade to elope with him.
I'm quite over him, Lizzie. If you passed me in the street, I'd hardly notice.
Aww.
Lydia's been invited to go to Brighton with the Forsters.
Father, it's dangerous.
I am certain.
Where exactly are we?
Good question.
We're quite close to Pemberley.
Pemberley.
Mr. Darcy's home.
That's the fellow. Very well stocked lake. I've a hankering to see it.
Oh, no, let's not.
Help it.
You won't be there anyway. These great men are never at home.
Except he's gonna be at home. Is that Mr. Darcy? Excuse me, you've got a statue of yourself in your own home? Oh, it's a bust.
Yes, I dare say he is.
Busy girl. Is he here? Or is he actually gone? Oh my god. He's gonna be like, what are you doing in my house? You weirdo.
Miss Elizabeth!
Imagine the girl you like is just in your house and you don't even know it.
Are you staying at Lambton?
Yes, at the Rose and Crown.
Yes.
He looks so hopeful.
I'm so sorry to intrude. They said that the house was open for visitors. I had no idea.
May I see you back to the village?
No. I'm very fond of walking.
Yes. Yes, I know.
Aww.
He's asked us to dine with him tomorrow. He was very civil, was he not?
Very civil.
He particularly wants you to meet his sister.
Aw, come on, Mr. Darcy. You know, I feel like I remember him, like, being really mean in the book. If I can remember anything from the book. Like, I feel like he's really mean. In this, I feel like the only mean thing he's really done or said was in the very beginning when he said that she wasn't anything to look at or, like, turn his head or whatever.
My brother has told me so much about you.
Has he?
Friends already.
Oh, thank you.
No, I said played quite well.
Oh, quite well is not very well. I'm satisfied.
Guys, I'm getting vibes here now. So is she. Oh my god. Oh. Oh god. Oh no. Dad died?
Lydia has run away.
Oh.
With Mr. Wickham. They are gone from Brighton to Lord knows where. She has no money, no connections.
Okay, Lydia.
Well, I could help you.
So I think it is too late.
I don't think so. I think Mr. Darcy's gonna track this man down. I feel like Mr. Darcy's gonna get this done. I really do. She's a pretty crier, huh? I don't look like that when I cry. You all know.
I always said they were unfit to take charge of her.
Now she's
ruined.
They were all ruined.
Isn't that what Elizabeth was trying to do? Was say, don't let her go? And everybody else is like, do it.
They're married. They will be if Father will settle £100 a year on her. That is Wickham's condition. £100? He will agree to this, Father.
Yes, I'll agree. No man in his senses would marry Lydia under so slight a temptation as 100 a year.
I want to hear every little detail, Lydia dear. Mama.
I've been enlisted in a regiment in the north of England.
Glad to hear it.
Well, Monday morning came and I was in such a fuss.
I don't want to hear.
There was my old preacher.
I don't want to hear. I love that.
Don't you?
Like Mr. Darcy. Oh, I forgot. But I shouldn't have said a word. Mr. Darcy was at your wedding.
He was the one that discovered us. He paid for the wedding.
And Mr. Darcy's doing good.
Mr. Bingley is returning to Netherfield.
Mr. Bingley?
Mrs. Nichols is ordering a haunch of pork. She expects him tomorrow.
Why he thinks we should be interested, I've no idea. Come along, girls.
Okay, lady girl. Lady girl? Why did I say that? He's not alone. That's a Mr. Darcy with him. If my eyes deceive me. They're both coming. They're coming to get their girls.
The very insolence of it. What does he think of coming here? Keep still, Jane. Mary, put that away at once. Find some useful employment.
Mr. Darcy and Mr. Bingley, Ma'am.
Mr. Darcy. Mr. Bingley, Mom. I love the way they talk. Oh, God.
Do you hope to stay long in the country, Mr. Bingley?
Just a few weeks. For the shooting.
Are you well, Mr. Darcy?
Quite well, thank you.
I hope that the weather stays fine for your sport.
I return to town tomorrow.
Does indeed.
Oh, he loves her. This poor guy. She likes you, buddy. Just go in and be like...
Nice going.
I love that they're practicing together. That's so funny.
I've been so blind. What do you mean?
I think I love him.
Look, it's him. He's back. He's come again.
But I would like to request the privilege of speaking to Miss Bennet.
Come on, come on, come on.
Alone.
Oh. 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 Homegirl's gonna be engaged, I bet.
1,000 times. Yes.
Lord, for that, I thought it would never happen.
Oh, Jane. Okay, now homegirl's crying because she wants her Darcy guy.
I can't for you. He thought me indifferent. Unfathomable. No doubt poisoned by his pernicious sister. Bravo. Oh, Lizzie, if I could but see you so happy, if there was such another man for you.
There is. His name is Mr. Darcy.
Though not wishing to injure him by supposing it possible, I instantly set off to make my sentiments known.
If you believed it to be impossible, I wonder you took the trouble of coming so far.
To hear it contradicted, Miss Bennet.
Your
Has my nephew made you an offer of marriage?
Your ladyship has declared it to be impossible.
Let me be understood. Darcy is engaged to my daughter. Now what have you to say?
Only this, if that is the case, you can have no reason to suppose he would make an offer to me.
You selfish girl.
Oh my God.
And will you promise never to enter into such an engagement?
I will not, and I certainly never shall. You have insulted me in every possible way and can now have nothing further to say. I must ask you to leave immediately.
Hell yeah.
Good night.
She's so pretty. Is he there? Where is he? Oh my god. Look at him walk towards her like that. Oh my god. Is he gonna walk up and just kiss her? Because I would love that. I would be so here for that.
Surely you must know it was all for you. However, your feelings have changed. I would have to tell you. You have bewitched me, body and soul, and I love you. I never wish to be parted from you from this day on.
You have bewitched me, body and soul. Get out. That's a wrap. Wrap it up. Cut.
Well then.
Oh.
Your hands are cold.
He's like, yeah, it's cold. Oh my god. Kiss, 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 kiss. What a shot. Look at that. Holy cow. I love that she was like, no, I'm not engaged to him. No, I'm not going to promise you that I won't be. And then the next day is like, I'm engaged.
Shut the door, please, Elizabeth.
Did he just go ask her father?
Lizzie, are you out of your senses? I thought you hated the man.
No, Papa.
I love him. But Daddy, I love him.
I love him. You don't know him, Papa. If I told you what he was really like, what he's done.
What has he done? You really do love him, don't you?
Very much.
Imagine 3 of your daughters, like, just getting engaged to / married within, like, the same week, it seems like.
You may only call me Mrs. Darcy when you are completely and perfectly and incandescently happy.
And how are you this evening? Mrs. Darcy.
God, I knew it was coming and it still hit me. God.
Mrs. Darcy.
Oh my god.
Mrs. Darcy.
Yes! Yeah! That was actually probably the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh, I love that that's how it ended. It was with that little kissy kiss. The first kiss and the last kiss. Oh, wow. So yeah, it was a little love story. Oh. I feel like, from what I remember reading the book, / I like, maybe what I made up about the book. Like, was he a lot more moody and mean in the book? I feel like he was. I mentioned this earlier in the video where it was like, obviously he said at the beginning that he wasn't like attracted to her or whatever it was that he said, but other than that he wasn't really like mean. Like he nudged the separation between Jane and what was his name, Bingsley, so like that wasn't cool. And then we obviously had the wrong story about, you know, the other fool, but he wasn't ever really mean. He was just kind of like broody, a little bit moody, same thing. So I was very happy to see like that turnaround there at the end. Like it wasn't like he did anything that I was like, oh my god, he's the worst, don't even give him a chance. So I'm happy with how it ended. Obviously I knew going into it that that is who she was going to be with. I was dying at what Charlotte said. Like it was supposed to be like a sad moment, but I was just like, I've never really done anything more in my life. I'm a burden to my mom. I'm gonna be 27 with no prospects. Oh my god, that was so funny. What a great movie. I'm so happy I finally watched it. It was adorable. Keira Knightley is just incredible all the time. I'm pretty sure Lydia, I was like, oh yeah, she's the girl from Stepmom, which she is, but she's also, is she not in the, like, Catching Fire? Isn't she Joanna? I totally was like thinking about that the whole time. I was like, wait a minute. I think she's also like that. It was so funny seeing the actor who plays President Snow as like a good guy. Like in the end there when he was like crying, I was waiting for him to be like, you'll never have happiness. But obviously it wasn't like that at all. Overall, I really liked this movie. It was very sweet. I'm so happy I finally watched it. I'm glad that you guys came along with me. Oh, I was feeling all the feels there at the end. That was wild. What a great movie for day number 2 of 25 movies in 25 days. Is she making it? I don't know. Who's to know? I guess we'll find out. Thank you so much for watching this with me. As always, the full movie reaction will be up on my Patreon. Link for that's down below. And I'll see you guys back here for day 3 with the next movie. Bye, guys.